Opened email. It's endless thread of some. Oh my god. You know, since we now work. Well, not we. I'm always at the office, but I have colleagues that appear once in a blue moon.
Yes, we all have those.
When I say once in a blue moon, that's pretty much like a few hours per week. And you know those people that kind of like sending endless emails?
Yes.
I just can't.
Heard of those.
No, but I mean, you know people that would rather spend time to write 20, 30 emails than appear at the office for an hour. I'm like, stop it. Let's come sit.
Sit and talk.
Yeah. What the hell is that thing? Huh?
Sitting, talking? No.
Is it okay for me to take
But
part?
you forget how discussion even.
The tree Christmas tree.
Oh,
On
Christmas
camera.
over already.
Unless we want to do cameras tomorrow morning.
No, we
Brie.
probably don't want to do cameras tomorrow morning.
Will I take apart the tree or will I leave it and take it apart off camera?
No, take it apart.
This brie is
Nice.
so and so.
So. Is there meat?
So,
So.
what do we do?
Take apart Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm.
We try to find all the ornaments that have been hidden around the house.
You know where the others are?
They went to the bar.
For a drink.
No.
Yeah.
I believe they were not drinking. They were just going there for having a conversation.
Yeah, totally.
Talking about us.
Giving out about us.
Yeah.
I really thought they need a gasoline or something.
Oh, sweet summer child.
It's 5 of each. Stevan,
Uh-huh.
try this. Eat it.
Try this.
Is this edible
Yes.
or needs to be
Well,
cooked?
Both.
I wouldn't try it if it needs to be cooked.
No,
Huh?
if it's supposed to be a cookie, it needs to be baked. If it's supposed to be cookie dough, you can eat it as is.
It's good.
Who's that?
It's really good. Am I synchronized? Yep.
It's too.
Let's do it. Down the Christmas tree decorations.
Uh-huh.
It's for.
So, is there some order in which we...
Yes. Let's just take them all off and put them down here. Then I'll put them in the box as the way they should be. Because different ones go in different boxes. Goodbye, Christmas. We'll see you next year. It was great to have you drop by.
See you on 20.
Eat it. Yes, eat it.
Oh, I don't like sweet.
Mm. So I'll give these decorations to Jennifer. Oops. I don't ever recall taking down Christmas tree before Christmas before. I think they taste really good.
It's always Christmas in some part of the world, you know.
That's not how this works, but sure.
How does the proverb go?
It's only Christmas comes once a year.
I'm not.
Make it full of happy cheer.
It's the morning in some part of the world, or what did we say?
Yes, it's always morning somewhere in the world. But it's not always Christmas.
So whoever finds the ornaments that are not on this tree gets an extra cookie.
Whoever finds
The ornaments that are not on this tree gets an extra cookie.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Did you put them in my room?
One because they're easy to find.
Oh, there are some on a plant here. Is that ornament?
Congratulations, you get an extra cookie.
Yay!
There are 3.
Yes, the ornaments, plural. Boss.
There is a squirrel, there is a rabbit, and then there is, I think, a bird of some sort. Shall I? Are there more?
No,
Those are the 3.
you found all of them. Congratulations.
Thank you, baby.
They weren't difficult to find.
Thank you, baby.
They have been in other places too.
I think you made me find them, like what people do with the challenged children, you know. Which is pretty much me.
You're not children anymore.
Okay. Only challenged. Ooh.
Okay, so look for the small red balls. Like this one here. This here, so you got broken. That means there must be a cap here somewhere, right? There's a cap. Yes, look. Somebody actually tied this on tight. Well, that doesn't. Is there a silver one? A gold one? Oh, is that even here? They need to come when the Christmas tree was down. How come you guys went drinking already?
Well, we were passing it by that.
No, I think you took a detour to go into the pub.
So probably.
We were trying to pass that pub anyway, so we stopped a little.
Hello.
Hello.
Whose idea was it to go for drinks?
Klaus!
No, John.
Oh, you.
Klaus. Where is Klaus? Klaus. Klaus. Where's Klaus?
We heard that there's a red storm alert in the house.
What?
There's a red storm alert
Seriously?
in the house.
How do you mean?
Luca?
Oh.
So I'm assuming they are still frozen. Wel, hij wil even kijken. Ah, nog Ponti.
Nee,
Nee, dat was geen Ponti.
ik ga woensdag nog.
Dus Ponti nog?
Ja.
What?
Nou, die gehoord van zeker?
So I'm going to give these to Jennifer.
Can we just finish the
camera.
practice?
Yes.
I think I can.
Seriously, I've never won even once. Okay, you gotta try that. You play with me, like, go try it. You have to
You should
win.
take the light.
I've never won.
Yeah, no. I'm trying to move it, but
You have to win. Yes.
I'm looking for lights.
There's more.
I wanted to lift it, you know, like, and
Playing cards, you can have them.
turn off the lights.
Yeah, like,
Okay.
go try with someone else until you win.
And then unplug it.
Who is never hungry at Christmas?
I'm currently busy.
No, a turkey.
Can you get it out?
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
This is a very bad joke.
All of them are very, very bad.
Hey, gangsta.
Oh yeah.
Apparently we have a lot of balls left over with no box.
There's a box.
We took the
Big
wrong
box
turn
there.
going home, but I
Did
saw
you
the
unplug it?
table.
Yeah.
Yeah, not me.
It's way better.
Which?
The table prepared for us.
Really?
Yeah.
Did they say welcome?
No, they didn't realize.
No, I don't know. We just driving through, so we didn't see it. Brooklyn. Okay, what did you get when you cross a snowman with a vampire?
Wait.
Oh, this is easy. Yeah.
A snow park.
Frostbite. Frostbite.
That is easy.
Okay, this one, you know. Which Christmas movie was based on a popular children's book written by Christian Alsberg in 1985? There's a movie about it.
Santa Claus is dead.
No, made by the same people who made the Christmas Carol, the animation.
Oh, Toy Story.
No, there's an animation that is like at the uncanny valley involving a train.
Oh, the Nightmare Before Christmas. No, the Letter to Santa Claus. No,
No.
North Pole Happiness.
The Polish
Close
press.
enough.
Wait. Close. Leave it. Close.
Yes, don't worry.
Wait.
Don't worry.
Wait.
Don't worry. It is
But we are gonna tangle it.
Great job.
Yay.
Put them in the box.
Yes.
We can
Right
give
here.
Jennifer to reuse.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Yes. Where's this one going?
We'll go into here.
Wait.
I'm gonna sit down
Like
for a while.
that side. Wait. There's some funkiness going on here.
This coffee made, by the way. Fresh coffee. Made 10 minutes ago.
Okay, here.
This candy.
Thank you.
Yes.
We just had one.
Coffee.
Being made.
Coffee.
Candy?
Was it coffee or
Thank you.
a coffee from a tall 0.4 glass? No.
No.
Coffee-like substance.
Nothing, you know.
Yeah, no. There is some cream on the top, you know.
Yeah, it's actually milk. You know.
Oh.
There's a joke.
Tall glass of coffee.
Like music.
What kind of paper? Like music.
Yes, likes music.
Wait a second.
What kind of paper likes music? Christmas time. Christmas paper. What kind of paper likes music?
Wait, guys. Sorry.
That's a bad joke.
Of course. They're free jokes.
They are very smart too. I think they might. Well, before Stevan almost forcefully prevented me from using them because they were unwashed. Unclean. Ooh.
Ah, there it goes.
Yeah.
No circulation. We do not buy anything. Not gonna buy anything.
Yes.
What was the joke?
Opa.
It's not happening that much anymore. Back in the olden days.
I'm looking what Klaus does.
Okay.
Going from
Okay, sorry, not interested.
We don't buy stuff.
Oh, the other one.
Yes. We are almost there. Is it gonna fit?
I don't know. Almost.
I think that's for something else needs to happen also.
The top half comes off, right? Give that a pull to the top.
Yes. Okay. Or just put it this way. Just put it that way. Do we have a tape? I think we need some tape.
Yeah, would be good.
Wait, I'm gonna find it. We had a tape somewhere. Fellows, we had a tape somewhere. Tape. Where is it?
It's clean.
Has it not been found?
Aha, yes.
There was one more. Was there four?
Luciano.
Here it is.
There it goes.
The one we lost.
Okay.
Okay. Wait.
What was once lost is now found.
Uh-huh.
Put it around.
Yeah, I don't know why it's in your bag. It's so heavy.
Push this inside. So we don't catch it.
That's okay.
I don't know anything.
Yeah, we can do it this way. Close.
Yeah.
Just close it. Opa, yeah, that's the one. That's the way. Wait. Another one? Yeah. This is the sloppiest job ever, but put it there on the edge. Put it there on the edge of the table. Yeah, like that.
That's not on you.
Let's do this one, right? Yes.
Good.
And then
It's kind of, what if the bring something? Where do someone go to that?
yes.
I know it. Come on. Snowman. What are they made of? When did you go to that? Well, you don't go to that. It's the snow club of this. No, No. No. Where do you go to that? You go to this is the ball.
Snowball.
Snowball! Look at my wife.
This is against the humorous.
Alright. Oh, this one's not broken.
How long has yet to win one? So
No, she won one.
She won one.
She won that one.
Yes.
That was her joke.
Yes.
Alright.
And the orca has three.
Ready? Go. Let's go.
There it goes.
Don't tell me that's not with his friends. No, but he doesn't like the other ones on
No, we just sensitive.
He's sensitive
Wait,
to
there is an.
Sensitive reason.
Uh-huh.
That I can't say on camera. Yeah, I can say it.
Very curious what reason could have possibly be for not wanting a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
No, boss.
No. Okay.
That was an old one.
And these ones, chocolates.
Has anyone seen the orca?
Hey, they can be eaten.
No, Luca does not.
I take this.
I do not.
Two at the same time.
Wait!
Where did you put it again?
Opa.
Is there
Here,
any more?
you'll use this at the next castle.
No?
Playing cards.
Oh, fantastic. Tiny.
No, it's not my read it.
Nothing.
I'm trying.
There must be something.
It's that game.
So here's the hat for Arma.
What is this?
Oh.
Ah,
Oh, how to get it out?
it's this mind breaking. Yeah.
What do frogs wear on their feet? Frogs. It's stupid. Obviously. What do frogs wear on their feet?
Jumper.
Flippers.
That would have been a funny joke, probably.
Flip flops.
Open-toed sandals.
This is. I've just learned that there is something like open-toed sandals. I thought all sandals are open-toed.
Yes. Yeah.
Wait,
To me, two purple doves and a partridge in a pear tree.
I have to ask you something. What is open-toed sandal? Aren't all sandals open-toed?
Fantastic question. You can write to the question writer.
Yes. Words. Three French hens, two turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the sixth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. 6 lords are leaping.
Wait, that's the 10th day according to this question.
Okay. 10 lords are leaping. 9 drummers drumming. 8 peacocks peeing. 7.
Okay.
Does anyone have the actual lyrics? I don't have my phone on.
No, we gotta sign out.
I think peacocks are peeking, you know.
Hallelujah is not the Christmas song.
Kahal, peacocks are peeking.
They're peeing.
Ping.
They're cocking.
Do peacocks.
6 geese a laying.
Peacocks don't.
5 golden
Peacocks don't pee.
4 golden birds, 3 French hens,
Do peacocks
2
pee?
turtle doves,
Right.
and a
Do peacocks pee?
partridge in a pear tree.
Yes.
On the 7th day of Christmas, my
Okay.
true love gave to
I don't
me.
know about it.
11 swans a singing, 6 geese a laying.
Do peacocks pee?
4 calling birds, 3
I have no idea.
Yes, peacocks pee.
Okay.
In a pear tree. On the 8th day of
Crazy.
Crazy, crazy. Totally. They crazy.
7 swans a swimming,
Me not crazy. She not crazy.
4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. Money. On the 9th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 gold rings, 4 darling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Oh, this is interesting.
On the 10th day of
It's a riddle.
Christmas, my true love gave to me
Very nice one.
10 lords are leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids are milking, 7 swans are swimming, 6 geese are laying, 5 gold rings, 4 golden birds, 3 French
Crazy stuff, huh? I got a interesting thing.
Yeah.
On the 11th day of Christmas, my
Stop.
true love gave to me 11 pipers piping, 10 lords are leaping, 9
Genau. Genau. Genau.
Yes, and again.
4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. Okay. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 12 drummers drumming, 10 glasses piping, 10 lords are leading, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids are milking, 7 swans are singing.
So we have a Schnitzelkuchen.
You have to
Hey, Luca.
recipe for schnitzelbiscuit.
No, Schnitzelkuchen.
Schnitzelkacke.
Schnitzelkacke.
Again, you might not be aware, but kake is poo.
Yeah.
Kacke.
Yes. Cakes will be biscuit, right?
No,
Yeah, because the German Norwegian.
cakes. Kake cakes.
Cakes is very German. But biscuit.
Yes.
We should take
I felt funny this morning after that.
after
I think it's because of your weird language. You know why?
Why?
For most of us normal people, when it's written C-A-K
Kacke.
E, we would pronounce it as kake.
Kaka in
Kaka.
English is
And in a normal languages like mine, that's completely phonetic, it would be tsake. Why do you write it tsake and you read it as cake? That's like a weird thing to do. Why do you write C and you pronounce it as K?
there's no
Does- There, in a corner. We kept it for the fridge,
We're almost finished.
I think.
how? Do you still want the spot?
Or this one.
What's the
adapter?
At least I thought so.
We don't need to keep.
Ah, there it is. Oh!
You bring it home.
Decorate
I've been tasked with decorating the house.
Thank you, Sigamam.
Silicone.
Sigamam.
Basilico.
Thank you. Yay!
Boss.
Hey! You sound good, man. Let me check. You sound even better.
Am I almost out of battery?
No. You know what you need to do now? To synchronize yourself with the 5G and to put your last COVID booster in tune. And then you get a direct uplink with Bill Gates.
Oh.
See?
So I get
That's why we keep this QR code here. Hi, Bill.
Right, it's time to sit down. We're finished.
Man, let's not give
Closing.
Closing. I'm just taking a rest now.
let's not give crazies the ideas. They are already thinking God knows what we are doing. That's some kind of cyberpunk sci-fi sect, you know.
I think we need to actually ask Sigmund to buy us this house. For
One.
retreats.
The house before one.
No, but
2 million.
you know what I mean?
Four rooms.
Do you understand how much money, and for me that was really revelation, goes to these innovation funds in most of the EU countries? And it's crazy, insane amounts actually. And in many countries you have the following scheme. It's meant for innovation, really healthy innovation, like this would be, or any innovation, solving practical problems, like new concrete types, building better buildings, more sustainable buildings, reviving industry in Europe, and so on and so on. But you know what happened? Actually, the corporations have figured out a very good way to redirect that money from research institutions of any sort to themselves. You know how? To give you an example, to prove for many of these funds that are enormous that you are busy with innovation, you just need to prove that you use a computer at your institution. Those are definitions from 80s. It's insane how much money is going. I have seen grants given to a device that automatically turns on and off the light. Basically, it's kind of automatic light switch. I mean, that's a research grant. You understand that? Like in a certain domain, like in a particular industry. But those things exist. It's just like insane how much of the European money that's actually meant for innovation is siphoned. And I'm not talking about this European Commission grants. That's like national sort of innovation funds, Crazy stuff.
Crazy stuff.
What did they do with automatic lights?
Nothing. I've seen once granted to, don't want to mention a funding body, to a device that turns on and off the light during some sort of performance or something. And I'm like, wait, this is like basically... You have so many solutions, including commercial Philips lamps that everybody has in a country, How can you grant a grant, If you've ever went to a store, you've seen Philips lights, no? And many cheap versions of Philips. You can do it, and not only do it, you have to do it in 50 million colors, Like, what is this grant given to, I'm like... Insane, totally insane.
In the membrane.
No, during Christmas. Perfect. Which is how I grew up. In Iceland, we built that roof doors thing. So, not kidding. Normal level of snow would be onto the roof of our house, and then we would dig, steps down to enter.
Through roof.
From roof level down one floor. I mean, we had a one-story house. So
Okay.
But you really had to. Well, and then when I came home for Easter and things like this, Christmas, we only had one fridge, and then it's a long nothing is open for several days in a row. So they would let the store manager know that I was coming, so they would buy skimmed milk, like 12 extra because nobody drank that except me. And then we put this, we made a hole into the snow and we used this as a fridge. And it's perfectly 0 degrees temperature, amazing chill effect. And it's just, if you need something, you just go outside and pick it up.
Snow shouldn't be 0, no?
No, it's inside the snow.
Oh, okay.
It's completely isolated from the weather, from the frost.
Yeah.
So it's really awesome isolation.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Old school.
So it actually wouldn't freeze. Like at least in the short term, it wouldn't freeze.
Well, it's like
Yeah.
I've seen it once on TV in some place in Siberia where you would actually get the milk like a loaf of cheese, right?
Yes. Yeah.
They just freeze it.
You cut your milk. Can you cut me a bit of milk?
How many liters do you need? 2 liters. There you go, boss. No, it's cool. No, I'm.
There's actually a Austrian comedian who said Heraclit said Panta Rei, everything is flowing, and he went to the shop and said 1 liter of sausage and a can of wood.
No, I'm just like thinking. As a kid, I don't remember such snows, but in the mountains.
Well, as a kid,
around.
I do remember having like half a meter of snow during winter.
I mean, half a meter is one thing, like. But he's talking about what, 2 meters?
Base level, like everywhere in the village, was maybe 1.5 meters.
Yeah.
And then you go up from there.
Totally.
And around, for example, around the slaughterhouse, which was let's say it's like almost like a 3-story high building and so on, you would have a snowdrift that, you know, no snow at the house, and then would go
Yeah,
6 meters straight.
totally.
Yeah.
And you could actually slide on that.
Yeah.
When we built snow houses, we sometimes made 2-story houses, but we never actually built. We dug.
Yeah.
So our snow houses were always inside the drift.
Yeah.
Just dig inside. But we made sometimes, you know, tunnels inside and so on. And
I think you've been at Trnovačko Lake. On Trnovačko Lake in Maglic. When you climbed from Tara, that lake that you climbed on, that's Trnovačko Lake.
Okay.
You went there.
I think so, yes. It's a
I think
glacier
so.
lake.
Yes, when
Yes,
us I didn't have shoes, you know, like and so on. Took my mom's. So when you go there in the winter, so Milan once told me they went once in the winter, you know, like, and they were kind of hiking there in that area. So they were looking for that shepherd's cottage. So there are cottages, we call it katun, where the shepherds in the summer, you know, like bring the sheep, you know, like, and then they're, I don't know exactly the month, I'm gonna be lying, but probably October, bring them a little bit down, you know, like to the villages, yeah. So normally that would be the shepherds kind of that live there and make the cheese, you know, like make kaimak. Kaimak is this, no, thank you, greasy, you know, like product and so on, fatty product, yeah. So they were kind of walking around and looking for that cottage. And where was it? It was here, you know, like another end. They were standing on it. It was totally leveled, not visible. So he was like, it must have been here somewhere. And they're like, they have GPS, they have everything, you know, like, but they also know visually. That's the rock, you know, like, that's the thing. And
this
then
rock aligned with this mountain and, you know.
Where is the cottage, you know, like, they were thinking it was bad weather, you know, like, oh, we are probably somewhere on the roof. There is nobody there, but yeah. I remember also once, he's also in mountain patrol, you know, like there was this family and it was so bad weather that they recommended also families from those villages to go down, you know. I think they kind of refused, you know, like that's somebody living a little bit secluded, you know, like a family with, I think at that time, young children. So they lost a bit contact with them. So what to do, how to do, you know, like, so 2 of them actually were thinking, with cars you cannot go. And you know how it is in Bosnia with the choppers and everything. Takes ages to allow it to fly, you know, like, and maybe sometimes it's even political, you know. So now there were forest fires in Foča, like a region around Sutiska National Park. So Serbia does have capabilities and they were really willing to help, but it took days, you know, like to approve it. It's different state, and then it kind of takes also a little bit admitting we cannot solve it ourselves. So anyway, that time they were looking for a chopper, no choppers of any sort, so you need to catch army chopper somewhere, you know, like, but also those things are apparently not readily. So Milan and somebody else actually started on feet. And you know, like, that was pretty much endeavor of a day or 2 actually to get to the place. It was, as you say, totally snowed down. He says they were safe. They also managed to dig out around. They were kind of out of food almost, because they couldn't go to, normally, it is now my guess, normally in such kind of villages you would have this small cottage in front of a house where you put cheeses and stuff, so there should be, and there is probably a shed for smoked meat also. But if it's so snowed down, you cannot get anywhere pretty much. So he says we arrived pretty much at the same time when this military chopper came, you know, like, and you know, they wanted to lift them, but they wanted to stay. They just asked if you can leave them some food, so they left them food, and you cannot force people. I was like, so basically you went all the way up and chopper came, well, at least we brought them food, you know. But they were fine. That's
I mean, it happened occasionally. So like when I was young, there was way more snow apparently than when my parents were young. So it was a period of really heavy snow.
Seriously?
It happened that that you would have to actually clear the roofs of houses. And I know even at some point in Ísafjörður northwest, there were pictures of people clearing the roofs of, you know, like really grand 2-story high houses. So not just like, you know, but like really with tall roofs, and just to dig down maybe 2 meters of snow just to relieve the weight of the house.
I think
crazy.
that you can see that stuff still somewhere in the Nordic Alps in Montenegro, for example.
Yeah, I mean, it's also
You hear around Durmitor, they say.
It's not unusual that like the fire brigade does that job of clearing roofs.
Yes.
Not the roofs. For them, it was. I think what you often hear. They are mostly concerned that the livestock survives, and it's normally not far, but not also close. So it's actually really. You have to dig that trench, let's call it. You have to dig the trench wide enough and good enough so it doesn't collapse on you while you're there. So dig a trench just to be able to get to the animals and feed them. Because apparently they say, well, as you say, this, how do you call it, snow drifts?
Yeah.
If you are unfortunate, those drifts can be really huge. And what you have in our area also. I think it's called kars. Yeah. So kars is a type of terrain with lots of erosion, so you have this kind of sinks. I don't know how you call them, so the snow blows, on the edges you wouldn't have much, but within it you would get quite some, And apparently at the bottom of these sinks, let's call them, vrtača as we call it, you would have fertile soil, so people would be planting things there. And because of the proximity, sometimes they would be building houses. So I think that makes it even easier to get snow down, because the snow naturally, if you didn't plan ahead, it kind of protects you from wind, but if you are really misfortunate to have so much snow.
Yes. So people
or maybe I'm
drove
not
the car
remembering.
outside of village in September.
Yeah.
And you pick it up in May. And if you need to go somewhere, the main roads were cleared. So, but inside the village, it was never cleared. There was no point.
Yeah.
Because next day it would snow over again.
So where do they do that also?
One time, it's not where I grew up, but I was living in Akureyri. For half a month, I did not see the house across the street.
Oh man.
Just for half a month in a row, it was such a snowstorm.
So, do you have such winters these days or no? And but you said that there was when your parents
we had an unusually cold winter in Reykjavik the other day, but not snow.
Not snow. So, what do the people say? Is it because of the climate change or?
Possibly yes. So the cold in winter could be that. Less energy in the Gulf Stream, for example, could result in that.
Yeah.
And like we had minus 25 in Reykjavik, which it's so close to the sea, it just doesn't happen.
Insane, yeah.
Yeah.
To have minus 25 in my place, you can even explain how it happens. Mountain, cold air goes in a volley, hot air up, and then you may get 25 is extreme. But I've seen minus 18 like on a New Year's Eve,
But I mean, it's not this far north. You could expect that in Finland, in Sweden, in Norway, in Canada, in America you had minus 40 degrees in the Midwestern states and so on. So it's not that this is extremely cold. It's just that so close to the sea.
Shouldn't be.
On the southwest corner of something, you should not expect.
You can go to Vladivostok and finding minus 40, 50
is no issue, right? It's
happens,
no
but kind of belongs to the area.
but that you don't have like that one. The only access to sea is north, right?
Yeah, totally, and the otherwise rivers.
Yeah.
I've
seen, for example, in '79 we had actually drift ice coming all the way from Greenland. So I think this is the last time that we had this. So basically the whole sea was covered in ice. It
would just melt probably. Now these days just melts.
Nowadays there's just less ice to go. It's not that I think the sea itself is cold enough. It's just that there is less ice to break off and drift south. So because Greenland is receding, the glaciers are receding, and so there is less, like the Arctic is receding, and so there is less ice to go south. It's not that otherwise, I think it could happen.
Unless I've heard there is this massive block. That's threatening to.
Yeah, maybe, but it's it would have to be something like that. But generally speaking, it's
that's. I also sort of.
But that was,
I don't know.
That was a really cold spring, I have to tell you.
Meaning when you see on a paper,
when you have ice everywhere, the whole sea is covered with ice.
when you see hard numbers, true. I'm just like trying to remember when I was a kid. So lots of that is when you are small, it seems everything seems large to you.
Yeah.
I also think I remember years with lots of snow, but I was living at a different place. And when you go to Belgrade, big city,
but again,
it's just slush mostly.
I think there have always been these fluctuations that have somehow a cycle, and so every other generation in Iceland, I think, typically had more snow than the next, and then you have, less and more and less and more. So I think this is the way it has been.
In the Netherlands, we almost don't have snow.
Changing.
We almost don't have snow in the Netherlands.
I
mean,
understandably.
It is. I didn't expect it because it's much more north.
I've seen snow in Thessaloniki. Remember, it can happen.
Yeah, totally.
But so it can be local effects and so on. But but Netherlands is close to the west coast.
Yeah.
Basically, close to the ocean, and so you don't expect snow really. It can happen, but if it lands, it will stay very shortly. And
I'm just like wondering how. It's 7 o'clock. Ooh, you had one big spike there.
Yeah.
What is going on?
I don't know.
I also had some things going on.
I don't know when this is. It's a very brief spike.
I had a few spikes today.
Is it possible to zoom in on this? You probably need an app to.
This is not, for me, this is not a good idea to wear these things. Then you start overthinking. Oh my god, what is it?
I definitely like it.
Huh?
I would like it.
You like it?
Yeah, I think so. Because I observe, for example, I think my heart rate is too high. Like my resting heart rate is too high.
Let's go sit. Come and see.
No,
so now it's like.
No, I mean, when I slept, it's 5:57. This is kind of okay for me. It says the resting heart rate is 79. I think this is a little bit too high. I would like to have it a little bit lower.
No, but I think that resting
you have
is.
Resting heart rate of 50 something, right? 57.
55.
55.
Yeah.
What's your resting heart rate?
55.
You run.
Well,
right?
the Fitbit says.
Yeah.
My watch says.
Let me see yours.
125.
You run a bit, right?
My resting heart
82.
rate is 52 according to my other watch.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, I do run.
Resting.
Yes.
What about you?
So I think this helps with the
My resting is 79.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not gonna run.
It's okay.
You're not going to run?
No, I'm not a runner.
Understandable though.
I mean, I don't have the shape for it. I mean, I don't have the height for it. And now,
The what?
now I don't have the knees for it. So,
Yes.
yeah, because
It gets much
Look at
more
this, look at this, look at this.
Yeah.
We set and immediately from. See how quickly it goes down.
Yeah. As a kid, I split runs into two categories. There's the 100-meter dash, and then there's long distance running.
Oh.
And I only did one. The first one.
Yes.
So 200 meters for me was long distance running.
If after 100 meters you haven't caught your prey, then it's going to.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah.
It says my resting heart rate is 79. How is that possible?
79.
How is it possible that it's the same? I think it's just setup of the watch.
No. There are different people with. Now it's saying 79. Oh, sorry, 79. Yeah. So, I mean, there are different people with different resting heart rates.
So look,
This new
it's now 80. We set and it's 80.
I mean, the heart rate now?
Yeah.
81.
See?
Yeah. But I mean, it's
Oh my god.
no, but
Maybe we are brothers. Maybe we are the same person.
oh my god.
Oh my god.
Terrible news.
Horrible.
So, but I mean, it's. I mean, I roughly.
No, this idea scared
Now I
me
have
so much.
83.
It's 92.
I left and it's 83. Oh, 85.
No, idea of being the same person as Bjorn jumped it to 90 some.
Yeah.
I don't think you have quite the same hair color.
94. Bjorn, don't make such suggestions anymore, ever.
Well, I think you made that suggestion, not me.
I got so upset by a thought that I may be Bjorn that my heart rate jumped by 10 beats. No, 87 again.
What an upsetting.
Very good, very good. I'm like karma. No, karma.
Karma.
That's the other word. Zen. Apparently, I'm not into New Age psychology thing.
New Age psychology. I'm not sure that karma and Zen are New Age psychology.
Oh,
Old
yeah.
age psychology also, right?
Yeah. But
Reuses of.
those things are really coming back. That I would say
This is actually still.
pseudo Zen Buddhist things. Like in Amsterdam, it's like really
Stop raining.
very funny how many people are in a. No, not funny, meaning if that kind of suits them. So they would be really kind of against any form of religion, you know, like, oh my God, we are so progressive. But then they go to all this mindfulness stuff and so on, which is practically Zen Buddhism, you know, like, so they just don't go to their church or whatever place they would be going generally, and they consider people that do such stuff very archaic, you know, like, and so on. Fine. But I'm like, hey, don't be judgmental, because twice, 3 times per week you're going to some Zen Buddhist stuff. Oh, because it calms me down. I was like, exactly. That's why they go to church. You know?
Yeah. Mindfulness is it's basically not having a phone.
Hey, that's what I noticed. I was measuring with this device. I kind of made breaks more yesterday or the day before, and I'm kind of okay. We play poker even. It's exciting, or do the tower, 8ish. You know, like I go to answer emails. I look at the thing, 100, flat. These endless threads of, you understand what I mean? I'm like just
I'm not sure it's.
related.
I mean, there's so much boring email that I'm not sure this is always increasing heart rate.
Ask this guy. So, but to tell you also, there is this, when I said New Age psychology, I didn't know what it is, but I had a few friends that were really into it. Some of them were psychologists and so on. And apparently amongst this, I've heard the rumors, and when the first time somebody publicly said it, like in Amsterdam, there was this assumption who are the consumers of, for example, certain drugs like cocaine. And that was associated with kind of these criminal types, but also there was this assumption, you know, bankers on a coke, you know, Zaudas district and so on. Like, all of these kind of prejudices, you know. So just about a time when we were creating this police lab with our group and also forensics lab, you know, like we had a funny police chef, you know, like in the Netherlands, and he made a statement in public about who are kind of certain categories. And I liked his way because he was talking about heavy subjects in a very straightforward manner. Like you see that communication department didn't explain him how to say it, you know, but he explains it and then it's clear, you know. So he said, as one of the categories, he mentioned something, yoga snaufjes. What is yoga snaufjes? Those would be the people, you know, like that during the week are all into healthy living, you know, like drinking green tea, going for mindfulness. Yoga sniffers, you know. So during the week, super healthy life, you know, we are all vegan and so on. And then comes a weekend, bam, ballistic rocket, you know, drugs and everything and so on. So he was just mentioning that it's like really widespread problem, you know, like and groups that you wouldn't expect. And he was then mentioning groups of parents. They gather on a weekend to talk about the children. They put children to sleep and then they kind of do the drugs together. I was like, what the hell? When he said it, Amsterdam mayor, she went mental, you know, how could he say that? But later on, actually, journalists did some kind of also enquetes and so on, and basically came up with very similar categories. Those are like really